the Ultim SVR Lazartigue trimaran, which is racing in the South Atlantic towards the Indian Ocean, in second place. On the ARKÉA Ultim Challenge-Brest, Tom Laperche has suffered damage to the dagger board following a collision that occurred last night at 4:30 am UTC. Solo skipper Tom Laperche immediately informed his technical team, and he has been in constant contact with them. He is positioned about 1,300 miles from Cape Town. The collision damaged the dagger board case, causing a significant water ingress, which remains stabilized. Laperche is safe, and is being assisted by his technical team to assess the damage and organize the next steps over the next few hours. Charles Caudrelier, Maxi Edmond de Rothschild, has opened a 70 miles lead on second place Tom Laperche, SVR Lazartigue, as the ARKÉA Ultim Challenge-Brest's two pacemakers contemplate their rapid descent into the Southern Ocean, set to pass Tristan de Cunea tonight, making between 34 and 36 knots, with some 1,400 miles still to sail to pass the longitude of the solo Ultim race round the world's first Great Cape, the Cape of Good Hope.
Salut, salut! En direct de l'hémisphère sud maintenant, on a passé l'équateur hier soir et là ce matin on profite de cette descente le long des côtes brésiliennes comme on a tant rêvé. C'est mer plate, 15-18 nœuds de vent, le bateau il vole à 35 nœuds de vitesse, parfois 40, c'est vraiment génial. Là franchement c'est merveilleux, il est beau le bateau, il ne demande qu'à aller vite, donc on en profite. On profite pour faire des belles vitesses, descendre vers le sud et la descente vers le cap de Bonne-Espérance s'annonce plutôt rapide en tout cas. Le bateau va bien, j'ai super bien dormi cette nuit, là j'ai vraiment pas mal fait quasiment que ça, donc tant mieux. Et là on affine un peu la stratégie météo pour les prochains jours, mais bon, surtout je peux vous dire que là je profite de ce bateau qui est incroyable. C'est assez fabuleux les conditions là. Là on vole et on vole super bien et tout est stable, il n'y a rien à faire. Il en profite ce trimaran.
This is your weekly Global Sailing Highlights show, The World on Water, January 19, 2024. Still with the Arkea Ultim Race, here is their weekly recap of the first week of racing. Imagine just 8 days of sailing and the lead boats are in the deep South Atlantic headed for passing the Cape of Good Hope. The leader is clocked at 35 knots. All the teams are represented in this report.
1, 2, 1, 2, vous m'entendez? Ouais, sûrement.
Déjà une semaine qu'on est parti de Brest. Je sais pas pour vous, mais il y a des semaines, j'ai l'impression d'avoir fait plus de choses que d'autres.
Bon, je vais faire un peu de bricolage parce que j'ai une fenêtre pas étanche. Voilà.
Bon bah voilà, on commence à sortir doucement de cette zone de calme.
Et là, je vois le vent qui est en train de rentrer. Ouais, c'est bon ça. Ça veut dire qu'on revit, qu'on redémarre.
J'ai pris une douche ce matin, des sorties, le t-shirt propre, le caleçon propre. Bon, petite vidéo, je vous fais de l'intérieur aujourd'hui parce que 45 nœuds d'apparent dehors, donc bon, c'est chouette, c'est parti, on vient de passer l'équateur.
On est passé dans l'hémisphère sud. Voilà, on a basculé.
C'est parti pour le tour du monde quoi. On passe dans le sud et on va y rester, je sais pas, une trentaine de jours.
À partir de ce moment-là, on s'éloigne, on s'en va un peu. Tous les jours, on s'en ira un petit peu plus loin, jusqu'à passer ce moment, l'équateur, et on rentrera à la maison.
Et ça n'a pas été facile cette première semaine de course pour moi, et le bateau, on a eu quelques petits soucis techniques. Et comme c'est important et qu'on va donner des ondes positives, on n'oublie pas la tradition, on va trinquer avec Neptune pour conjurer un peu les mauvaises ondes et peut-être que ça reparte pour la suite. Allez, on lâche rien, la course n'est pas finie, loin de là.
Voilà, premier réveil dans l'hémisphère sud. Puis bah du coup on en profite un peu pour ranger là, c'est un peu plus calme. C'est l'heure de la lessive pour moi. Ouais, pas sèche, le dernier fruit et avocat, ambiance tropique.
Voilà l'entrée du poteau noir. Les petits grains derrière là-bas. Pendant que les copains se font la malle dans l'Alizé brésilien. J'ai vite hâte de m'extirper de ce bazar.
Surtout, je peux vous dire que là, je profite de ce bateau qui est incroyable. C'est assez fabuleux les conditions là. Là on vole et on vole super bien et tout est stable, il n'y a rien à faire. Il en profite ce trimaran.
Ça y est, on est dans le sud. Voilà, le petit est tant attendu. Cet Atlantique Nord n'a pas été de tout repos. C'est plutôt un Atlantique Nord au final très rapide dans le golfe de Gascogne. Plutôt très lent pour nous après. Mon petit doigt te dit que ça risque de changer à partir de cet hémisphère sud. En tout cas, il va se passer plein de choses. Les conditions sont plutôt chouettes pour l'instant.
Voilà, on descend vers le sud.
We are Sailing Only Media. Please subscribe, share, like, and check the alerts bell.
A total of 101 sailors from 46 countries participated in the 2024 ILCA 6 Women's World Championships. And Marie Rindam from Denmark was crowned Women's World Champion in the ILCA 6 Class 2024, maintaining her lead throughout the championship. The current Olympic champion finished with 58 points in 11 races. Charlotte Rose, from the United States, finished in second place, with 75 points, and with a 3-point difference, the Belgian, Emma Plaschet, secured third place.
Marie Rindam, world champion. It's been a really long regatta in a lot of ways, very different from what we had normally. Can you just tell us about your build-up for this event, because you made it look easy. I'm sure it wasn't.
No, it definitely wasn't easy. Very tricky conditions, big waves. We've been training in my training group. We have been training in Lanzarote, and it's been really, really good for this conditions out here. We had a long period with base training, and since the Olympics last time, I've been missing that because it's been a bit hectic with everything else.
I mean, it's not only the ILCA 6 stuff you do, is it?
No, it's not. So it's just been nice to have a period where I can, get back in shape.
Gold medalist at the last Olympic Games. Is there anything you've done different this Olympic cycle as it draws to an end?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I've done differently. I think the campaign has been so much shorter, but I also allowed myself to do something else and sail other boats and other classes and, finish studies. Helps me a bit with the focus in the ILCA.
So you're keen to take the cover off in the morning?
I'm definitely keen to take the cover off and sail ILCA. It's an awesome boat, and yeah.
And finally, Mar del Plata, I hope I've said that right. It's the first time I've ever been here. Just a little chat about the venue, because it feels very different to those European venues we often race at.
Yeah, we haven't been here more than 6 days before the championship, and obviously that makes you you have to be good at adapting and quickly figure out how do I sail fast here. And I think that's one of our strong things on the team, because the level is so high on our little training group, and we quickly figure out how is it to sail here, and then we share the knowledge within our group. And just having Piotr as a coach, because he's so experienced.
I'm so glad you said that. You've always got to have a shout out for the coach.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he makes a big difference in our training group, and just really proud of our whole team, that we help each other so much, and also makes room for the next generation. And I'm sure Anna, she's ready to take over as soon as I step down. So yeah, it's really just it's fun.
I see her training very hard, and you're going to make you're going to make everyone very jealous to join your training group. Thank you so much for your time, and just any words you have for your fellow competitors?
I'm just really happy to compete against them. I think it's a really high level, and I'm really proud of this class, that we came a long way. I was in London Games, and now the level is in a totally different level compared to 10 years ago. So just really proud, and I hope this class will continue for a long time.
Thank you very much, and best wishes for the future.
Thank you so much.
There was an incident-packed stopover in Auckland after the Ocean Globe Races, Leg 2 finish. The fleet set off on Leg 3 to Brazil via Cape Horn, on a sparkling Kiwi day. There was an unfortunate incident during the stopover which involved race leader Translated 9, resulting in a heavy time penalty on the yacht going forward, and the subsequent removal of their skipper. 12 iconic yachts powered down Auckland Harbour with real purpose this week, and it made for a thrilling start to Leg 3 of the Ocean Globe Race. Next stop, Yacht Club Punta del Este, Uruguay, but first there's Cape Horn. In perfect northeasterly 15 to 20 knot winds it looked easy. A tight start line in front of the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron delivered great pictures, as yachts fought for the line. Tight tacks, ducking and diving, making it difficult to tell who'd actually crossed the line first. 4 yachts arrived too early with last-minute maneuvers to save themselves, and one forced jibe broke baton cars on l'Esprit d'Equipe. The French Swan 53 Triana, skippered by Jean d'Arthuis, currently sitting 4th in IRC ranking overall, burst through and succeeded in clinching first spot, just seconds ahead of the Finnish yacht Galliana with Secure, an Australian entrant Outlaw. For an around-the-world race where a few seconds do not make much difference, this was seriously close racing. The pontoons of Jellicoe Harbour buzzed with anticipation, nerves and excitement as the first yacht, Translated 9IT, current IRC leader, slipped their lines at noon, followed by the fleet at 3-minute intervals. With a short stat line right in front of the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron, many spectator boats and onshore spectators enjoyed the fantastic nautical performance, much like the scenes witnessed back in 1977 when the Whitbread first visited Auckland. The ARKÉA yachts, including 7 former Whitbread yachts, put on a display befitting the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the original Whitbread races, with many Whitbread veterans cheering on the fleet from the decks of the legendary Steinlager 2 and Lion New Zealand. At 1400 hours local time Sunday 14th, Sarah Jane Blake, daughter of the much-adored late Sir Peter Blake, who won every leg on the Whitbread onboard Steinlager 2, fired the start cannon from the traditional wooden brigantine, Breeze. Don McIntyre, OGR director and founder, was naturally delighted with the start. Earlier in the day during the official crew photograph he told the sailors of the pride he felt in their achievement to date, recognized the challenges they faced ahead in the daunting sail around Cape Horn and instructed them in no uncertain terms to stay safe. Wow, the start was everything you could hope for. These sailors have worked so hard to get here and they have a lot of sailing ahead of them to get around Cape Horn. Anything can happen over the next 6,000 miles to Uruguay. With the 12 yachts across the start line, the fleet raced towards the Royal Akarana Yacht Club, leaving a marker to port, then across towards the gate at North Head. It didn't take long before the familiar patterns of leaders emerged: Spirit of Helsinki, Penduic 6, Translated 9IT, and Maiden UK were all battling for the first spot. By sunrise on the first morning of racing, Penduick 6 had taken the lead. Just days to the restart of the McIntyre Ocean Globe, race leader, translated 9, was issued a total of 172 hours of time penalties associated with sending 3 sails to a sailmaker for repair, without approval, and without any notice. This is not allowed under the notice of race, unless specific processes are followed, and advance notice and approvals are given. In this instance, no OGR approvals were given to translated 9 to remove sails for repair. When all entrants were asked later by the organizer if sails were delivered to a sailmaker for repairs, a declaration was provided by the captain of translated 9, clearly stating they had not been removed, and were on board the boat. In fact, the sails had been removed 3 days before the captain's declaration was received. On investigation, after the declaration was received, it was proven that 3 sails were sent to a sailmaker by the captain of translated 9, before the declaration. OGR immediately commenced an inquiry. The captain admitted the declaration he supplied was wrong, and that at the time he supplied the declaration he was aware sails were at the sailmaker. On that basis, a total of 72 hours penalties were applied for the 3 sails sent without the authority or knowledge of the OGR. A further 100-hour penalty was applied for the supply of a wrong declaration when asked. As the captain acted against team orders, and the direct instructions of the team manager and owner, and without their knowledge, this 100-hour penalty was suspended, subject to the entry not breaching any further nor rules. If that be the case, the entry would be disqualified. Following the official report and penalties applied, the captain of translated 9 resigned, accepting responsibility for his error of judgment. The shore team for Ultim Bank Populaire has finished their repair, and now it's time for Amel to get back into race mode. He has lost a day and the fleet has made good progress towards their first cape.
Ça y est, on est reparti du Brésil, de Recife il y a quelques minutes. C'est reparti pour l'ARKÉA Ultim Challenge à bord de Banque Populaire. Un bateau, 100% de son potentiel. Encore beaucoup de milles devant nous. Il va se passer plein de choses. Et un grand merci à toute l'équipe du team qui m'a permis de reprendre la mer rapidement, après un peu plus de 24 heures. Et puis surtout un grand merci à tous ceux qui nous ont aidés ici à Recife. Voilà, super entraide entre les locaux, les Français expatriés ici, quand même bretons, des gens qui étaient aussi en passage sur des bateaux qui nous filaient un coup de main. Bref, top. Et on va redescendre vers le sud, direction l'Atlantique Sud maintenant, avec les passages. Prochaine grosse étape, c'est le passage de Bonne-Espérance d'ici une semaine environ. Donc un changement de météo à venir dans les prochains jours. Allez, à très bientôt et merci à tous pour votre soutien sur les réseaux, c'était top. Et on est motivés comme jamais. Ciao, ciao.
Emirates Team New Zealand brought their new foil out into sailing commission this week, out on a beautifully flat Hauraki Gulf summer's day with the mercury nudging 23 degrees, and a variety of wind strength from 5 to 13 knots, perfect for the initial test of the most refined foil yet seen in this America's Cup cycle.
I'm here with Peter Burling. Emirates Team New Zealand have just completed day 54 in the LEQ on the Hauraki Gulf. After a day of towing yesterday, you got the sails back up today. What was the aim of today's session and how did it go?
Yeah, it was an awesome summer's day down here in the Hauraki Gulf. Yeah, we're just doing some more speed stuff, longer straight lines, just testing a few things in the foils, and yeah, it was really nice day out there yachting.
About 30 minutes into the session, you stopped and people from the chase boat got on board. Was that due to a technical issue?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I can't really remember, it's been a long day, but yeah, no, we didn't have too many issues today. Just kind of chatting through what we wanted to try with the testing schedule, and yeah, so obviously stop and have a rest every now and then, and it's hard to focus for too long without stopping, so no, really fun day out there.
Yeah, fair enough. Following that, I noticed you did a very long tack on port towards Waiheke Island. and I noticed that you're often peering down towards your starboard foil. What are you mainly trying to observe when you do that?
Yeah, we obviously have different foils on side to side, so we're just trying to compare the differences. Yeah, subtle little details, and obviously something that's very important for the long term is trying to get the fastest foils under the boat. So we're still pushing along, trying to figure a few things out.
You were running a new foil on starboard. Can you speak to what conditions was this foil optimized for, and what are the anticipated strengths of this new design?
I think all the foils have to go across the wind range. Yeah, unlike America's Cups of old, the last two, your foil, you just get one and it's got to do everything. So yeah, for us it's really about trying to cover everything well and not have too many weaknesses. So it's pretty happy with it.
I noticed you crashed down after one of your first jibes onto the new starboard foil. Was that simply just getting used to the new foil, or was it just a lack of breeze?
We're just trying different bits and pieces. Obviously massively under range on the J3 there for quite a while, so I was yeah, kind of waiting for a little while to do the peel down to the 2. Thought it was going to be a little bit windier, more like it is down here up the top. So it was yeah, but no, all good fun.
And as you said, I noticed you swapped from the J3 to the J2. I was wondering how much does your own dirty air affect you as you come through the jibe, as you're sailing out of the jibe?
Yeah, well, normally if you do a good jibe, you're quite a long way in front of your own gas, but yeah, obviously if you get it a bit wrong and end up a bit thin on the exit, you can get close to it. Must have been pretty close to it in that jibe, but still survived.
And final question, is there a particular type of breeze or sea state that you'd like to sail in more of in the lead up to Barcelona, or just a bit of everything really?
Yeah, well here obviously we don't get the swell that we do in Barcelona very often, so yeah, whenever that comes in we try and make the most of it, but yeah, you've got to be good across the board, and it's been really nice to get some light air stuff and some more mid-range today, and yeah, we'll put the boat back in the shed and keep pushing forward later in the week.